Good morning everybody. Wednesday morning. I've got to start getting some sleep at night. Oh my goodness, there's a sleepless night. I've got a video I want to make and I know exactly what I want to say. I just hope it comes out correctly. Regarding depression and the meaning of life really. And this video was prompted by a conversation I had with a young lady yesterday who is going through a bad time. She may watch this video and she knows I'll never mention her name, but you know, I've got friends who are bipolar, friends with borderline personality disorder, friends who have children who are autistic. I have a real problem with labelling people because they display certain symptoms. I just dislike it. Human fallibility, and that human fallibility on the part of the psychologist, psychiatrist, social workers can actually cause damage to someone who has been thus labelled and goes through life thinking that there's a problem with them. I remember when I was 13, I had to go into a care home. My mother had remarried and the man was a beast, basically. He used to get drunk. I don't know whether I've ever seen him sober, possibly, but certainly as a child, you know, 12, he gave me so many beatings. He hated me, he seemed to hate me. And of course my dad had died when I was 10 years old, so although I had brothers and sisters, most of them are married, a lot older than me. I had one brother 7 years older than me who used to take my part, and he got a beating for it. Oh dear. And then a younger brother, 7 years younger, who was this man's son. I'm close to them. It doesn't affect our relationships. And when I went into care at 12 and a half, getting on 13, the questions that you were asked when you see a psychologist, such as, have you ever been to bed with a boy? And I was stunned by that question, not realising, of course, at the time, there was a checklist for everybody who went into care, and everybody was asked the same questions. For the boys it would be, have you ever slept with a girl? But of course at the time I didn't know that. Have you ever slept with a boy? And I was shocked, stunned, and I thought, do I look as though I would do something like that? Do I look bad? And then of course, when I went to the school, straight into the top stream there, and the teacher said to me, are you sure you were in your top stream at the other school? And I said, yeah, which I was, top of the top stream. And I think it was about a week, maybe 2 weeks, after I attended this school, there was an exam. And I sat the exam along with all the other pupils who prepared for it all year. I'd only been there a week or two. I came second, which was quite remarkable. But of course that wasn't good enough, because in care you are subjected to an intelligence test. So I had this intelligence test, and I always say it was a fluke because I didn't know east from west. I was guessing on some of the questions, but my score on the IQ test was 149, and I told a friend, and I said, you know, I don't know what that means. And this friend asked one of the teachers at the school, and she said, oh, well, it's a good average. No, it's not. It puts me in the top 1% of the country. So you see, you're labelled, you go into care, and automatically people are looking for labels to hang on you. And I just dislike labels. And that's what the video I want to make and upload is about, that. About labels, about depression, about the meaning of life, how to find a meaning in your life. And I'm going to do that video later when I've got time. I'm not going to rush it because I'll be going out to see Alfie shortly. So on this video, I'm just going to say this. Cup of tea. Betty Boop. I'm just going to say this. On Friday, the 12th, this coming Friday, there's another royal wedding. Princess Eugenie marries Jack, whatever his name is. It says he's a wine merchant. He's actually not. He was a barman, albeit from a wealthy family. Anyway, she marries this man, Jack. This royal wedding, again, is going to be a whole paraphernalia and all the pomp and ceremony in the coach to St George's Chapel at Windsor. And it's going to cost the taxpayer circa £2.5 million. Doesn't sound much when you say it quickly, does it? That wedding should be paid for by the family, the biggest benefit scroungers in the UK, the royal family, the wealthiest family. Why aren't they spending their own money on these weddings? Harry and the Showgirls wedding cost a pretty penny, and now we've got this one. And yet again, the homeless people who are sleeping on the streets of Windsor are being shoveled up and their belongings taken, put somewhere where they can collect them later. And they're just cleared off the streets. Who the hell does this country belong to? They talk about the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth. The wealth is not. It should belong to the common people, and it doesn't. It belongs to these lot of aristos, these lot of useless loafers who don't dig into their own pockets to pay for their own celebrations. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Palaces. How many palaces scattered all over the country? Buckingham Palace with 700 rooms in a country where we've got people sleeping on the streets and going through the bins to see what other people have thrown away. Disgrace. Prince Andrew's actually got a chapel on his own property. Why couldn't she get married there? Who the hell cares? I won't be watching it. I'd rather watch The Simpsons. These people have no concept of life, real life. I remember when the Queen bought William for his birthday. I think it was his 30th birthday. She paid £50 million for a helicopter for him. Why isn't this money going towards housing for people? Winter's coming and we've got people sleeping on the streets in the United Kingdom. It's wrong, it's crass, it's disgraceful. We've got the same old load of idiots going into the celebrations to the church. We'll have the same ones going to each wedding. We've got the Beckhams will be going. George Clooney and Amal will be going. Elton John, of course, will be going with his husband. And the funny thing is, Camilla Parker Bowles is not going. Sorry, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, won't be going. I wonder why. It said she's got engagements in Scotland. That's just an excuse. She could have altered them to go to a wedding. Such a dysfunctional family. All of them. And my main objection is the money that's spent on them. They expect people to curtsy and bow to them. No. I'd rather have a limb removed than bow or curtsy or pay homage to any of that lot. Why should I? Nobody's any better than anybody else. We're all born the same way. We all live on the same planet. We all die and go back to our Creator. And the meaning of life is what we give, how good our life has been, what we give to other people, not what we take. I'll be back later on. I've got a summery dress on because today, apparently, it's going to be warmer than it is in Crete, in Greece. So, probably the last week of summery weather. So maybe I'll get a bit of sun. I could do with some. I'm just so exhausted at the moment. I could do with some sun. I'll be back later. God bless you all. Bye-bye.